Hello everyone, and welcome back to Chronos blindly plays Persona 4 Ultimax Persona 4 Arena DLC story. Look, I don't know how to name this. I really don't. What is this? Those pictures are horrifying. Where am I? Where did I get thrown to when I left the blue room? The scenery is so unexpected that I'm at a loss. This is a school. It's the music room of Yasogami High. I attended this school with my friends until recently. There's no mistaking it. We entered the TV before, together, so why am I here? No, that's not right.
No, wait. This has to be the TV world.
Yeah, look at those portraits or paintings. That's nightmare fuel. That and the police ribbon. There's graffiti on the ground. Shoes placed like they're for some kind of ritual. Oh, I didn't even notice that. The eerily shining eyes of the portraits on the wall. The more carefully I look, the more I realize that this place is not the real Yasogami. You think? Most of all, I sense no warmth from this place like I've always did with the students who would come and go from here. This is a fake. It's definitely not the school I attended. But what happened to turn the world inside the TV to this? On top of that, we entered the TV from our usual entrance, but I ended up in a completely different place. That's probably have to do with that black light that appeared.
This has never happened before.
I also realized that my friends aren't with me either. Did we somehow get separated? I still feel chilled. I start to feel a chill down my spine, and I look around.
Hello! Sorry for the wait!
Hi, Rise. Can you never do that mic screeching thing again?
Greetings, boys and girls of Yasogami! The P-1 Grand Prix is about to begin!
Whoa.
There's no need for manners or courtesy or anything today, so let it all hang out! Tell us how you really feel!
Confused?
What the?
Is that you, Rise? I shout out questions, but she doesn't answer. Shocking. This is Rise Kujiwakawa, one of our friends on the investigation team that we couldn't contact. Does she not hear me, or is she choosing not to respond? Well, that's rude. As I ask myself this, I hear different voices echoing as well. I look around in surprise. These voices, it's not just from one or two people. I see countless students staring at me from the hallways, the entrance, everywhere I turn.
May I have your attention, please? I, Rosette, will be your commentator. But first, the General has a few words for you all.
And the General's probably going to be Teddy, given his getup in the intro. What's going on? Why are there so many people inside the TV world? Before I can think of any answers, Rise makes another announcement, and as if on cue, the monitor in the music room turns on. What appeared on it was Teddy. He was wearing a strange hat and cape, just like he did on the Midnight Channel last night. First Rise, and now Teddy. What are they doing? Oh, what, you couldn't animate the TV up there? Oh, there it is.
You're all here now. Well then, I'm proud to announce the opening of our very own P-1 Grand Prix!
That's the same as well. That's the same bizarre tournament that was shown on the Midnight Channel. Then, is Teddy really the one behind this insanity?
Teddy, what's going on here? We came to look for you and Rise
And Kanji.
Always with the talking, Sensei. It's a big waste of time. Less talk and more fighting. With the next challenger, come on down!
Okay, so when we see Teddy, we're gonna suplex him. Preferably in his human form. We can make him wear the ATLUS costume again. Teddy looks away and makes a dismissive gesture. Smoke suddenly bursts out from underneath me and robs me of any visibility. Is there someone beyond that white curtain? Eventually, my field of vision begins to clear. I keep my guard up, expecting anything. But who should appear but Yosuke? Though I hadn't expected to run into him like this, I'm relieved to see that he's safe. Teddy did say something about a challenger just a moment ago. I recall that the P-1 Grand Prix that appeared on the Midnight Channel looked as though it was some kind of fighting competition. Wait, am I supposed to fight Yosuke now? That's not funny at all.
Great. They're expecting you and me to fight.
Looks like. Sheesh, what's Teddy thinking?
Starting that up already? I won't let you get all buddy-buddy with each other.
How are you gonna stop it?
These battles are fought to the death. Only the victor can proceed.
This joke's gone on far enough, Teddy. We're not gonna play along with that.
I look over at Yosuke hoping that he would agree with me, but Yosuke did not appear interested in what I had to say.
Oh, really? I guess he should declare me the winner then.
Yosuke?
What? You don't plan on fighting, right? That means I win by default.
What? That was not what I was expecting to hear. What's getting to you? Is it the real Yosuke or like, it can't be Shadow Yosuke, right? Because he has this persona. Do you have some reason to be talking like this? I can't figure out what's going on. Yosuke continued to speak in a carefree manner and said something that I simply couldn't believe.
Oh, but is that okay with you? I mean, since Nanako-chan's here and all?
Oh!
Nanako's here?
Wait, really? You haven't seen her? She's with Teddy.
Okay, so we gotta stab Teddy. That can't be. I saw Nanako back at the house when I left this morning. And even then, Nanako can't enter the TV world on her own. But she's in this world? Oh, it's not the first time. I can't believe it for a moment. But what if it is true? Just coming into this world can tire a person out very quickly. On top of that, if someone who can use a persona comes here, it can sometimes even be fatal.
Where is she?
Oh, can't use
Yosuke,
persona.
where's Nanako?
Whoa, what's gotten into you, partner? No need to get hysterical.
Why are you so calm about this? You know what happened to her last time she came here.
Nanako did come into this world once, last year. It was not something any one of us would have wanted to happen. That was the start of a whole chain of events. Remembering them is heart-wrenching, even now. Yeah, she died and then she didn't die. Except in the timeline where she did die and I threw a guy into a television. Anyways, remembering that is heart-wrenching even now, and yet... No, even then it might be wrong for me to lash out at Yosuke for the way he's acting. Calm down. I need to think straight here. All Yosuke said was that he saw her with Teddy. Then, when Nanako brought... was Nanako brought here by Teddy? If he's the leader of this tournament...
Yosuke, be straight with me. Are you sure Nanako's with Teddy?
How should I know? If I had to guess, I'd say she's probably still with him. Man, are you alright? Are you that worried about Nanako-chan?
Okay, so...
It's no wonder people look at you funny, thinking you have a sister complex.
Okay, that's still slander! The sense of wrongness that I've been feeling this whole time is getting even stronger. True, Yosuke may say something in some insensitive things, but mostly that's because he reads too much into the situation and becomes outspoken. He's not the type of guy to enjoy making hurtful remarks like this.
Yosuke, are you alright?
Huh? What are you talking about? I should be the one saying that to you. She's not even your real sister. All that big bro stuff really creeps me out.
Alright, so it's not Yosuke.
It was a while ago that I saw her. It's probably too late to save her now. You know how things went last year, after all.
Yosuke.
He's definitely not the Yosuke I know. Yosuke is my friend. He wouldn't be so callous as that. And he's not like a heartless monster, so he would be worried about Nanako. At least I thought so up until now. He was the one who had to face the pain of losing someone. He was the one who had to face the pain of losing someone he cared about when the murders first started last year. I can't hate him for accidentally mentioning someone who was dead, but the way he's acting, he's doing this on purpose. I suddenly draw my sword and face Yosuke.
Draw your weapon. You'll get your fight.
What? Dude, what are you saying? You told me you let me win by default.
To be honest, I was thinking that this Yosuke before me was some kind of fake. I even wonder if something had happened to him and Yosuke's shadow had reappeared again in this world. But this wrongness that I keep sensing is nothing like that. This probably is the real Yosuke. And the strangest I feel is because these words really are coming out of the mouth of someone I never thought would say them. If so,
I
then...
don't know if you're being controlled or if there's something else going on here. Either way, you must understand the best way to resolve the situation.
There's no way to tell if what I'm saying is getting through to him at all. But if I want to figure out what's going on, I'll just have to fall for this trap once.
Sorry, but I'm gonna go all out. No hard feelings.
Huh? All that talk and you're gonna fight against your partner after all?
Look, I'm gonna fight against you too if I have to.
Well, whatever. Let's hurry up and get this started.
I like the headset.
Ready?
Alright, let's see. How bad am I gonna get? Yes, please. Here. You can only have 6 saves, I think, from the looks of it. Or bookmarks. That scene was really short. Compared to the second one. The second scene went on for a while, it feels like. Oh, they don't know my birthday? That's kind of weird. If they're gonna give him a canon name, give him a birthday. Okay, hold up. Command list. Oh yeah, that's not gonna help at all. Command move. Thunder God dance? So... do.
They could both use it as psycho hits.
No. Thank you for blocking. Okay. I don't know how to control... Stop doing it, you dick!
Looks like they're finally on a roll.
I don't know what happened. Okay, I'm getting my ass kicked. Okay, so this button... So, like, circle is summon Izunagi here. And same with triangle, and then I attack with X and square. Okay. Why can't I move? There we go. No, back up! Stop doing that! I don't know what that is!
The opponent still stands
show you
inside
man's
double
potential.
Dragon. This could go either way.
Okay, you dis. Oh, I gotta wait for the cards. Oh. Can I block, please? How do I block? How do I run?
Any stamina left.
I'm dead!
What a rare.
I probably should have practiced a battle or two.
Both fought well.
Can I retry that, please? Yeah, rematch. You insane? So here's the thing. I was trying to, like, jump around and move, but I don't know why it's not working. Like, he can run. How do I run? How do I fucking run? He's running and jumping all over the place, and I can barely move.
Another run. The opponent reading their moves.
Oh, I got a double tap? I don't know exactly what the hell happened there. There you go, dog. Okay.
Ooh, an awakening. Will this turn the table?
Stop doing that. I don't know, I don't like that. You're almost dead, though. How do I burst?
Keep that momentum.
Oops. Nope. V slash? How about V trigger, dog?
How unfortunate. Better luck
No, I
next
won
time.
this time. Jerk. Yes, place a bookmark. You place right there. I just saved. Okay, it takes a little bit too long. Maybe I'll go into, like, practice mode.
Keep that up and zoom on ahead.
Ahead? You're gonna continue with this?
I'd imagine.
Teddy, about Nanako.
I mean, didn't I just kill Yosuke?
I don't want to spoil the surprise. If you want to find out, you'll have to get to me. And I can't say why, but I think you should hurry.
The monitor shuts off. I still haven't learned anything about Nanako, but he did seem to have been expecting me to ask about her. I don't want to think about it, but Nanako really may be here. The moment of the monitor turned off, the students began to leave in the waves in the receding tide. No, they don't look like students anymore. There's something inhuman. Oh, they're shadows, just taking the shape of students. I was too focused on the fight to notice, but it seems their true forms were coming through. They look just like silhouettes. Could they be shadows? Even so, I don't sense any hostility from them. Well, if they're not a threat and they're going away, there's no need to chase after them. Besides, there's something else important to do right now.
Yosuke, are you alright?
I thought this was a fight to a death. I walked towards Yosuke. I walked towards where Yosuke lies, collapsed on the ground, and give him my hand to help him up.
Ow! Couldn't you hold back a little?
No.
I seriously thought you were gonna kill me.
It was a fight to the death!
The same went for you. I wouldn't have stood a chance if I held back on you.
Yosuke grimaces in pain as he stands, but he doesn't seem to have suffered any severe injuries. We can fix that. That's good. I knew I couldn't risk going easy on him, so I was a little worried that I had actually hurt him. But once we get a good look at each other, Yosuke's demeanor suddenly changes.
That aside, shut up about the nurses already. It's not like that's the only thing I ever think about.
What are you talking about?
What's this about nurses?
Oh! Okay. So he wasn't saying that. It was like an illusion, and what he saw from me was me picking on him about nurses.
Huh? You were harping on it the whole
Yeah,
time.
alright.
How can you stand there and constantly bash my taste in women with a straight face?
That wasn't bashing. I can see the appeal.
Is it such a crime to like nurses?
No!
Wait a second.
I don't understand why he's suddenly angry, but he's not making any sense at all. I tell Yosuke to calm down, and we go over what he thought had happened before the fight. We learn that our memories of what each of us had been saying didn't match up at all. According to Yosuke, it seems that I'd been, teasing him about his taste in women. Yosuke was so heated over it, what I supposedly said, that he almost went into a graphic detail, and I stopped him before things went too far. I mean, really, it's best for both of us if we pretend this had never happened. But thanks to our conversation after the battle, I come to realize something. If we'd been hearing each other say things neither of us had been meaning to say, then...
Yosuke, let me ask you something. Is it true that Nanako is here in this world?
She is?
Okay. So she's probably not here. Yosuke is at a loss of words. He had no idea what I was talking about. It's just as I thought. Yosuke doesn't know anything about Nanako. If that's true, then what I had heard Yosuke saying before the fight was something that Yosuke couldn't possibly have said. This only makes me even more convinced that I have the right idea. What I had heard wasn't what Yosuke had meant to say. I don't know how, but something else had made Yosuke say those words, even if he didn't know he was saying them. That reminds me, Teddy on the screen had said that I needed to get to him if I wanted to find out the truth. Does that mean that Teddy had done this to us?
I guess there's no choice but to keep going.
Nanako is a good friend. Nanako is good friends with Teddy. I don't want to imagine it happening, but if Teddy wanted to kidnap Nanako, it's certainly possible he could have. I want to go home at once and check to make sure she's okay, but I have no idea where I am. Even worse, Teddy holds the means of our returning to the world. There's no way out of here unless I find Teddy on my own.
Taking off?
Yeah.
Well, be careful.
No promises. Be careful, I'm worried about you, do your best. I sense a lot of emotions behind those words. Yes, I know that I'm now hearing the real Yosuke. I take Yosuke's cheering me on to heart and leave the music room. Teddy had said that only the winner could go on in the tournament. I don't know exactly what that means, but it's probably not a lie. Yosuke understands that as well. That's why he's trusting me to sort it all out and lets me go without much talk. He's frustrated that he can't help me out. Dots. I could just be jumping to conclusions there. After all, Teddy did say that that was the rule, but we don't have any proof either way. Well, I might as well see what he meant by that. I stopped walking and turned back to Yosuke.
One last thing about those nurses.
Quit it already! Are you out of your mind again?
Yosuke turns bright red and rushes towards me, flailing wildly in an attempt to stop me from finishing. And... oh, barrier. There's a painful sounding noise as he runs into something invisible and slowly slides to the floor.
What is this?
So there's an invisible wall. Looks like the loser can't leave the room.
It looks like there's some force that prevents the loser from leaving the area where the fight took place. It's likely that every time one of these battles happens here, the winner will get sorted out this way. That's annoying.
Let's see how it works now. Thanks.
If Teddy really has kidnapped Nanako, there's no time to lose.
Don't use me as your guinea pig. Wait, that's it? Hey, don't wear yourself out, all right?
I turn away as Yosuke shouts at me. Not to worry, Yosuke. I give him a quick smile before leaving the area for real this time. So Yosuke was first. Who's going to be second? At that moment, I feel a wave of disorientation crash over me. I'm surprised that this is happening without warning, but it's not a threat. After all, I know this feeling all too well. Velvet room? Velvet room.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Yeah, you really don't have to say that every time, Margaret. I had been leaving the music room, but now I'm sitting in the Velvet Room for some reason. Margaret greets me with her usual smile. This room truly is mysterious, but why would she summon me like this? Margaret sees my suspicious expression and speaks up.
Things have only just begun, and yet you already seem tired. The misfortune that has befallen you can be thought of as a sort of trial.
Whoa, trials.
Trial?
I want to know the details behind her words, but I know that she won't answer me even if I ask. The inhabitants of the Velvet Room never reveal everything. That's because they can only watch over the choices their guests make. Margaret's smile broadens when she sees that I don't intend to ask her anything.
Indeed. I am an observer on your journey. I would do nothing so thoughtless as to force you to make choices.
No, but you can suggest. Suggestions are fine.
You do not need such provocations. I already know that you shine brilliantly enough.
Thank you. This shine she speaks of, could it be about my ability to use personas?
Yes, that is part of your brilliance.
Can you read my mind?
Personas are masks of resolution, strengthened by controlling one's heart, by forming bonds.
I only seem to have one right now.
You understand this well, don't you?
Yeah, that's how we all fought up till now.
Yes, indeed. But one's heart is intangible. It cannot be seen and cannot be felt.
Okay, well, you can see and you can feel it. Usually that kills the person, but it can be
When
done.
polished, it releases a strong light unlike anything else. But it can also be clouded by trivial things. Have you ever felt that way?
Oh, occasionally. That may be true.
You may be more conscious of that fact than most, because you hold the power of the wild card.
Margaret's voice fades away as she answers me. Bye, Margaret!
From here on, you will be forced to re-examine the things you know as bonds. How will you face the changes to come, and what choices will you make?
Horrible ones, probably? Ooh, where are we? When I open my eyes again, I'm in the school's hallway. I turn around and see the doors to the music room close behind me. Was I only summoned to the Velvet Room in spirit? There's no way for me to figure out what just happened, but I think back on what Margaret had told me.
The changes, huh?
Even though the people of the Velvet Room avoid saying much, what little they do have to say always has meaning. Well, it's true that Margaret has said some strange things while I've known her, but she's never said anything meaningless while on duty. I guess, yeah, I would assume that this would be the case now. I may have to keep her words to heart. Sure? Now we're just going through scenes. In any case, I need to concentrate on this case for now. I'm sure I'll understand the meaning behind what she said when the time comes. I must proceed. Though this bizarre place looks nothing like Yosuke High I attended, the building seems strange and familiar as I run through it. Teddy had appeared on the monitor in the music room. From the looks of things, he appeared to be behind what was happening. But I'd hear Rise's voice over the school's PA system before my fight with Yosuke, but I heard, not heard. If this school works anything like the real one, I can make a good guess as to where Teddy and Rise are.
It might be the announcement room.
But of course, things aren't that easy. Those invisible walls keep getting in my way wherever I go. It seems that some of these walls don't let anyone through, no matter if they won or lost their fights. Every single time I run into one, I'm forced to take another path. It's like my route is already set for
I
me.
feel like I'm being led somewhere.
It's a linear story. I stop for a moment in the hallway out of the practice building and mutter to myself while I take a look around. Who is no? Where are they trying to lead me? At that moment...
You there! You're one of them participants in that Grand Prix thing, right?
Yeah! A voice that I don't recognize at all breaks me out of my reverie. I instinctively jump back and draw my sword in surprise.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's the big idea? You could poke someone's eye out swinging that thing around.
Are you from Boston? I turn to see a girl that I've never seen before. She was part of that was she part of that crowd? No, she looks like a real person. She was caught by a surprise when I suddenly pointed my weapon at her. Although she flinches, her words don't lose any of their intensity. How bold of her. That may seem like an odd thing to say, but it's what suddenly crosses my mind. But this girl doesn't seem to have any intention of attacking me. In stealth, I sheath my sword and remain cautious.
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
Sorry ain't gonna cut it. What were you gonna do if you hurt one of the students here, huh?
I don't know, laugh?
You can't go pulling that stuff without student council approval.
What?
Alright, the jig is up. I'm putting the kibosh on this tournament right now.
Sure?
Hey, wait, hold on a second. I'm not in this because I want to be. I'm trying to stop the tournament.
I'm trying to act non-threatening, but the girl continues to glare at me. Who in the world is this girl? She's wearing a Yasogami High uniform. She said something about this, about the student council, but I don't recognize her. You don't encounter people here in this world that often. If a person is here, then they're either a persona user or a...
Why are you here, by the way? Wait, did you fall inside a TV?
That's right. I might have to put it differently, but if she can't enter a TV herself, the only possibility is that someone threw her in. That was what was happening in the murders from last year.
All inside a TV? What kind of nonsense is that?
She's not aware of it, but if she was a persona user, I don't see why she'd hide that fact. If she was trying to keep that from me, then she wouldn't have come to talk to me like this. Then does that mean she's a victim after all? I carefully choose my words to avoid provoking the girl and introduce myself.
I'm Anew Narukami. I was a second year at Yasogami High until last year.
Huh? Last year? But that uniform.
Oh no, this is kind of my usual equipment when I'm in the TV world.
Oh, yeah.
Equipment?
Never mind. Forget it.
Well, if you were only around till last year, I ain't gonna blame you for not knowing. I'm the new student council president. Nice meeting you.
Yeah? The student council president. If I'm remembering correctly, the student council elections should have taken place just before holidays. I have no knowledge of who won any of those elections since I left Inaba before they took place. That reminds me, I didn't have any friends on this student council last year either. This girl may very well be the president. No reason not to believe her.
Now it's your turn to spill. You said you ain't in the tournament because you want to be. Then what are you doing here? And what's this tournament about in the first place?
That's a good question. I feel that if I don't explain things very clearly to her, it will only provoke her further. But trying to tell her everything about what's going on here will only confuse her. I leave out the fact that this place is inside the television and tell her about the other things that are going on. First, I tell her about about Teddy, that a friend of mine is likely the one who set this tournament up. Second, that I encountered some of my friends who were dragged into this as well, but they were acting strangely. And third, that my cousin, Nanako, still in elementary school, may have been dragged into this mess. The girl calling herself the student council president seems skeptical while I talk, but eventually she sighs.
So if I got this right, you didn't start this, but your friend did.
Do you have a name?
Well, you don't seem like you're lying.
It seems that she somehow grasped the gist of what I was trying to say. I thank her out of politeness, but she laughs and asks why I'm thanking her. There's still one more difficult task left at hand. How do I make her understand that all this is within another world, one accessed by going through a TV screen? She still appears to be energetic, but it doesn't change the fact that she's in danger. I have to get her out of this world, no matter what. Where did that sound come from? Let's go look. Let's go look?
I ought to tell you to go home, but I get that you're worried about your sis. Come on, let's go check it out.
We both start running at the same time. I reach my full running speed when something occurs to me. I'm surprised to see this Miss President keeping pace right beside me. Just standing still in this world would be strenuous for a normal person, but she doesn't even seem out of breath. She's quite impressive. I take a moment to quietly praise the girl running next to me. I mean, it's kind of suspicious. It's impressive and suspicious. The gym? We burst into the gym where all the noise came from, but there's no one there. Instead, we see huge piles of stacked chairs. They're twisted and intertwined everywhere on the floor, open floor of the gym, forming huge towers that reach almost to the ceiling.
What is this? Who'd go to all this trouble?
Probably someone very insane. And with a lot of glue. The girl stares at the chair, seemingly dumbfounded. Suddenly, the monitor in the gym flickers to life. And as I expected, Teddy appears, again in that costume.
Oh, are you on a hot date, Sensei?
Well, it's been 2 months, so maybe?
Well, that's fine with me, of course. But shouldn't you keep your mind on the fighting? Wow, you look so mortified. That's the face I was hoping to see.
Does he? He literally looks the same. He's not saying anything completely straight, but he's obviously hinting that he knows I'm worried about Nanako. I know that saving Nanako is important, but I can't leave Miss President here alone and abandon her to this world, either. Still, I feel Teddy's words causing me to doubt myself, and Miss President raises her voice.
Hey, you! You're the ringleader of this mess, aren't you? What's the idea? Raising a ruckus like this without running it by the student council?
You know, if her voice was pitched a little bit higher, she'd sound like Harley Quinn.
Pack it in and clean all this up already.
She speaks as fast and clearly as she had when I first met her. After getting a clear look at her, I feel like I've come to realize where she gets her courage from. She truly wishes to protect her school. Her strong awareness of her duty is suppressing her fear. But Teddy on the monitor looks annoyed and sneers at Miss President. It's incredibly distasteful. I can't believe that Teddy can even make such a malicious expression.
What's that tiny thing? I'm in the middle of an important conversation with Sensei.
What's that tiny thing?
A yappy little mutt like you should be muzzled and sit in the corner.
Wow, that's rude.
Sit, puppy, sit.
He has absolutely no intention of dealing with her seriously. Miss President turns bright red in humiliation from being brushed off like that. This is enough. I take a step forward to put myself between the monitor and Miss President. Just leave this to me, I guess.
I'll take it from here. It's all right. There's nothing to worry about.
Miss President's lips are trembling. She must be angry that there's nothing she can do herself. I don't want to let those feelings continue, so I turn to face Teddy on the monitor.
That's pretty harsh, Teddy. Hard to believe a womanizer like you would say such things.
He was never a womanizer. He's never had a woman.
What's so attractive about a shameless liar like her?
Okay.
Liar. Do you know something about her?
The way he said that makes it sound as if there's some history between the two of them, but as usual, he doesn't bother to give any details in his answer.
Sensei, your opponent's getting tired of waiting for you.
Who's my opponent this time?
With the next challenger, come on down.
We're in the gym. Who would... Chie? Chie seems like a gym person, right? After that line, another cloud of smoke rises from the floor. And this time, it is Yukiko who appears. Okay, not what I was expecting.
Thank goodness you're safe. What's the matter?
It's nothing. Are you alright? Has anything odd happened to you?
What? No, I don't think
Okay, so I'm kind of interested to see what horrible things she says to me. Yukiko seems alarmed to see me in a defensive posture. I feel my shoulders relax and release as I shift my weight to stand normally. Don't do it! It seems that she hasn't been affected like Yosuke has. I didn't think I'd been that tense though. Now that's the Yukiko I remember. She's as sharp as always, exactly what we need here, when we need her. If she's not being confused, then I can immediately ask her for help. I try to explain what I need from her.
Nanako might be in here. I'm heading to the announcement room where Teddy is. I need you to protect this girl from me. She might be a victim of all this.
I motion towards Miss President, standing next to me. Yukiko looks at me in surprise. I don't blame her, though. But what Yukiko said next was even more surprising.
Why do I have to do that? It's not like I know her or anything.
I'm not going to help her because I don't know her. Is that really what she's saying? I can understand that she might be cautious when meeting someone for the first time, but would Yukiko really think that way? It's gotta be the same as with Yosuke. The same uncanny sense of wrongness is coming back to me when I hear Yukiko speak.
Yukiko, not you too. Calm down and listen to me.
Okay, so I'm probably saying horrible things to her.
Huh? What are you saying all of a sudden? I can hear you clearly. What did you mean by you too?
When I try to question her, Yukiko's expression returns to normal. I can't tell anymore. She doesn't look like she's being controlled by someone. Am I overthinking this too much? At the very least, she doesn't seem enthusiastic about this P-1 Grand Prix.
This is probably a trick the enemy is playing on us. They're trying to get us to fight each other. I'll say it one more time, Yukiko. I'd like you to protect this girl for me.
Sorry, but I don't know how to put this. It just feels like you're being really selfish. You always help people who have nothing to do with you, and I admire that.
You do? Thanks, I guess, but that's how I got stronger with all the personas.
Where does that leave us?
I guess that wouldn't help you, though.
You get put in danger because of your self-centeredness.
Is that true? No. You became friends because you were put in danger by a third party, right? So, and then we saved you. Well, Yukiko, you were... Well, yeah, you were friends before, but... Yeah, it wasn't really because you were friends with us and his self-centeredness. I'm used to hearing her voice, but her words are scathing. I'm convinced now. There's no obvious change in her attitude like there had been with Yosuke, but something must be warping Yukiko's words too. Her words may seem like a sound argument, but she means something else. I don't care if someone who isn't related to me gets hurt. That's definitely not something Yukiko would say. The real Yukiko would never say something that disrespectful that disrespects the value of life that way. Don't be deluded. Whatever happened to Yosuke is happening to Yukiko too. I don't understand the details, but Yukiko hasn't had a complete change of heart.
Yukiko.
What the? You could?
When I draw my sword, Miss President quickly tries to stop me, but I can't answer her right now. If a battle will clear up this pointless misunderstanding between us, then the time to fight is now.
Ooh, now that's our senpai. You'll show no mercy, not even to a girl if it's for your own goals.
Sure?
You're a real bastard with a sister complex.
You guys keep bringing that up.
Then bring 'em all down.
I don't know if you know what that means. I know the taunts being delivered by Rise's voice. Even if our words aren't getting through to each other and we have to fight without understanding what's going on, we'll come to an understanding later. I have to believe both myself and my friends. I hold my sword to the side to protect Miss President, who is standing behind me.
Sorry, but you need to stay back. Whatever you see here, try to stay calm. Promise me you won't run away.
What happens next will probably surprise her greatly, but I doubt Miss President will run away. She's already shown me how strong her determination is. I glance at her over my shoulder. Although she looks worried, she gives me a slight nod of agreement. Now, time to do this. I must end this as quickly as possible.
Persona.
I concentrate all my senses to summon my strength of heart. My persona is Anagi. If I allow myself to go easy on Yukiko, she will surely burn me alive. Yukiko smiles faintly and takes her battle stance. She resisted the idea of protecting Miss President, but she seems to have no qualms whatsoever about fighting me. There's definitely something else controlling her.
Come, Konohana Sakuya.
Has a long name. Yukiko's black hair forms graceful arcs in the air as her persona, that thing, raises behind her. That's right. The usual Yukiko should have a beautiful heart like this. Wait for me. I will save you. That is probably the best reading I've ever done. Wait for me. I will save you. All right. I'm going to go ahead, save here, and say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, press the link below. If you're not subscribed yet, why don't you have my video section? Check out some of the content, see if it's to your liking. If you're interested in watching me live stream at twitch.tv/ChronosPlays, give my channel a follow to be notified when I go live. Either way, thanks for watching. Hope you all have a great day.